on this Sunday alone, highly eventful. Steven Gerrard back with Aston Villa, took the lead but lost 2-1 at Brentford. Rafa Benitez's Everton have won just once in 12 games, beaten by Brighton by 3-2. What a week Graham Potter's had, 7 points from 9. A huge 3 goals and 3 points for Leeds to inflict defeat on Burnley at Ellen Road, and a point apiece between Chelsea and Liverpool at Stamford Bridge. One more to go. Manchester United at home to Wolves in the Monday football. As we reiterate, what a weekend, what a Christmas for Manchester City. 10 clear of Chelsea then, having played the same number of games, and 11 ahead of Liverpool, who do have that game in hand, which incidentally is at home to Leeds United, the one that was postponed from Boxing Day. Arsenal finished the weekend in 4th, but their advantage is only 1 over West Ham and 2 over Spurs. And as you can see, Spurs have games in hand. If Manchester United beat Wolves on Monday, they go level on points with West Ham in 5th and would have a game in hand on the Hammers and Arsenal. Brighton, incidentally, after that win earlier on, nudge up into the top 8, only 4 points behind United. So Burnley missed the opportunity to win today and to move out of the relegation zone and put Watford in it. So they're 2 points behind Claudio Ranieri's side with a game in hand. But Leeds, look at the cushion they have now, 8 points, and they've gone level with Everton, having played a game more.
Says, it was an incredible game to watch, 2 heavyweights going at it. You played your part, hauled yourself back from 2 goals behind, but is the ultimate feeling right now one of disappointment because it's only a point and you wanted all 3?
Yeah, of course. We were 2-0 down. We fought hard to come back. We wanted more, of course. When you're 2-0 down, it's not easy, but we never lost the trust. Matteo scored an amazing goal. Christian scored just the equalizer before half-time. We thought in the second half we could push for the 3rd goal, and, we didn't score. And, of course, we would like to get the 3 points.
As we said, action-packed. You were involved in one of the big incidents just 6 seconds into the game. Sadio Mane got a yellow card for his arm on you. Your bench wanted a red. What's your views on it?
It's a clear red. I mean, I don't mind if it's 5 seconds into the game. It's the first action. It's a clear red. He doesn't want to challenge. He doesn't see the ball. He just wants to hit with the elbow. I honestly don't understand. We have had these kind of decisions the other day. 2 penalties, the VAR, it didn't come. Today, the first action is a clear red card. And of course, we are getting these decisions against us that, of course, they could change a lot the way of the game.
VAR said, in their view, it was reckless more than violent.
Always they would say what they think, but in my opinion, it's not. I mean, I can understand we are promoting the challenges in the Premier League 50-50 with the ball. Sometimes we have seen a joke of penalties, honestly, and sometimes we see real dangerous actions and we don't take action. So a lot of meetings we do every season before. We see that there are few games where the referees they become a bit softer in terms of penalties or in terms of red cards. Then it comes opposite, because they speak. I don't know what happens, but we don't see the consistency even in the same game or through the season. And what is disappointing that this kind of decisions, I think, is clear. And I watched the replay, but I didn't need this because in life I knew that it was a clear red.
Do you think you went 2-0 down because of individual errors, because you're actually playing well at the time?
We started really well. We pressed a lot. They couldn't make 2 passes. We create that atmosphere to press, to recover high balls in the opposite half. We had few chances where we could be 1-0 down, 1-0 up, and then suddenly in 2 actions we were 2-0 down. We know that they have a lot of quality, that we cannot give anything to them, and we found ourselves 2-0 down when I think we were playing a very good game, but in the score was not reflected, and we had to fight our way back. But also we are in the second half. We tried our best. The players we left everything on the pitch, but it's true that was not enough, and at the moment we are lacking a bit of freshness that could give us a bit more.
It probably hurts to say it, but in a way, was a draw probably a fair result, given what the chances both teams had overall in the game?
Yeah, they had as well. I mean, I think both teams, we had our momentum. Of course, when they were 2-0 up, I think they had a clear chance to score the 3rd one that maybe would kill the game. But after this, I think we played well and we had a few chances. We attacked the line very well, but in the last couple of meters, 25, 30 meters, where we could create the opportunities, we lacked a bit confidence, freshness, everything that, of course, the results give you that boost of confidence and also, mentally and the energy to overcome the difficult moments.
Not what you wanted ultimately, or Liverpool. Really, was this just a very good day for Manchester City?
Of course, they are the ones that they are at the top, and of course, the more points we leave behind, the happier they will be. I mean, it's football. We know how it works. They have been setting the standards really high in the Premier League. I mean, in terms of points, they made a record. I said at the beginning of the season it was up to us to close the gap, because the last season we finished far from where we wanted to be. We know that they are a quality team, that they have been playing together for a while, and we needed to raise our level. And of course we are on our way, but until now we didn't reach that level of consistency that could keep us at the top.
Cesar, thanks for your time as always.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Goalkeeper ahead of a missed chance here. Now, the Sadio Mane goal was entirely different. And here it is, of course, here's the mistake by Chalobah. Look at the momentum. He's already running forward. You take it to the side of the goalkeeper and you can take it away from them as well. So I don't, I think that was more of a good finish.
Yeah, and once he pounces on that mistake, the ball's on the floor. It's lower to the floor, whereas I think Pulisic was up in the air spinning, and that's why he had to try and get it down. Whereas Mane sort of smothers the ball pretty quickly, takes the advantage of Chalobah's mistake to drill it home. So he can go, as Michael says, go by the goalkeeper. It was a much easier skill to do than Pulisic, because Pulisic, if you said, the ball was spinning so much, and he's fighting with it to get it down, but it just still stayed in the air for too long. And I think that's where Kelleher was fantastic and kept his temperament really well.
Mane's fourth goal for Liverpool against Chelsea. He still is not the top scorer in this fixture in the Premier League. That is your good self. So therefore, you're in very good position to tell us how good a finish Mo Salah's was in the second.
Well, I didn't score many at Stamford Bridge, I know that. Only one, I think. But Mo Salah was, what do you expect from him?
This is his first at Stamford Bridge.
Is that right? I mean, that little shimmy there, the way he almost stops Alonso in his tracks. And to do it while you're running at a decent pace as well, doesn't normally fool the defender. As you see, Chelsea could have defended it better. Rudiger, Alonso is looking at the situation. Kovacic is actually in the area. He's best placed to cover, but none of them do it, and Mo Salah's off and away. And then this little shimmy that just, it sends Alonso a yard or 2 yards out of play. And then the finish. Look at that little shimmy there. Makes him stop. He's then in full flight. He opens his body out as if he's going to go to the far post and then just dips his ankle at the last minute.
What I love, Michael, about that goal is it's at the very beginning that I like it. He identifies, this is where Salah's so good, he identifies when to go. He's looked at them three Chelsea players that we've highlighted there, and he's seen them all in a straight line, and he knows the fella on the ball, Alexander-Arnold, can play balls with his eyes shut, and that it's the second he realises that he's on. And he knows that the Chelsea players are in a square. They're almost square. Look, he's going. He knows he's in there. He's going to get in there. He's got the pace to get in there, and he knows his man's going to deliver it. And I think that's where the goal scored. Yes, the skill and everything, but he knows he's gone into another gear. Lovely first touch. Stop-start the keeper. Beautiful, beautiful goal.
It's pure cat and mouse when you're an attacking player, because you can see something developing and you're getting excited, but you don't want to show your hand too quickly. He could have made a run sort of half a second before that. Someone would have spotted it. He would have run offside, lots of different things. So you're actually just seeing it. You're starting to get excited. Oh, the right man's on the ball. He's about to lift his head. And you're just timing it perfectly to not give the game away as well to your opponents. And Mo Salah does it so well.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I watch strikers for exactly that. And when you're watching a striker, you think, what are you doing? You're wasting your energy. Yeah. The ball's not ready to come. There's pressure on the ball, or even individually, that player's not going to hit you. Sorry, it's on his left foot, it's his swinger, and he's making a run in behind the defender, and the defender goes, it's not coming. But that moment, he just went, we're on, this is the moment, I've been waiting for this all day, and bang, he's in there, and that's top quality football.
Chelsea got back into it. Mateo Kovacic scored a goal nearly as good as vintage Glenn Hoddle, but not quite.
Well, what a strike. It's so good, Michael, because he's backing away, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's the reason why. Look, he's having to back. He steps backwards and he still finds the technique and the power to actually beat the keeper. Wonderful strike.
Do you know, I think I think he's still on the wrong foot. If you look here, he needs to take one more step and watch him hop and hop again. He almost stays on one foot because he knows it's a right foot finish, but he needs one more step back, but he can't place his right foot back because he's going to hit it with it. So he almost takes a step onto his left and then realises, I need another step, so hops onto the same leg and then hits it. It's so good.
And again,
it's such a good finish.
And again, it's that.
Yeah.
It's the top level football, top level sport. Is the little, look at his left foot.
And he hops again.
And so he can smother it on what I call a paintbrush. So he's gone bang, so it's got topspin on it. It's a wonderful strike, it really is. Gets a little bit of luck there, but he deserves it with that technique.
Yeah, I mean, that is... I mean, we saw some cracking goals this weekend, but again, going to be up there with the goal of the month contenders, that one.
And it's worth the wait. That was just his third Premier League goal in 103 games for Mateo Kovacic, but certainly remember it, won't he? And then 4 minutes later, it was 2-2. From Liverpool's point of view, as Jordan Henderson was telling us there, they're disappointed with this.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Liverpool played a high line for most of the game, and again, I have to look at Van Dijk and think he never at any point thinks, right, this is worthy of cutting across here. Just watch Van Dijk. I think in the first place, he's a few yards too far away. He should be jogging across now. That's exactly where he should be. And then when the play develops, he should be making a real attempt. Now, he does start making an attempt here, runs diagonally, and then almost straightens his run. And as Glenn said at half-time, he's not going to prevent a shot, but he can make Pulisic hit it earlier. He can make it hit it while it's still dipping or while it's bouncing up. He's actually forcing Pulisic into doing something that he doesn't want. In that instance, he doesn't challenge him at all. Pulisic can hit it absolutely any time he wants. And as he does, he gets a top spinner off and scores the goal.
I'm staggered there. Look how open that Liverpool defence is. That's 45 minutes plus one. Look, 45. Look at that back four. Or it's not a back four. There's three. They're all over the place. And you're down the tunnel in a minute's time. What's wrong with being tight? Let's stay tight. Let's get down the tunnel, winning this game at 2-1. How can you go in and we're saying about all this and that, which is absolutely spot on, like we've analysed, but that should never happen in any game of football on a Sunday morning. But that's the way the game is being played. And it does baffle me sometimes. And as a manager, with my manager's head on, I would be fuming at that team, that back four, and I'd be picking out Van Dijk and saying, why have you let him go and do it? What are you doing in that position? You should be nice and tight. We've got 1 minute, we're down the tunnel, it's 2-1. Now, second half, it's a different game. They've got to come and open up. They've got to come, we'll hit them on the break. But the whole game, the tactical side of the game changes because they're open. That looked like a Liverpool side that needed to go and score with a minute to play. They were too open. And I just can't make sense of that. I really can't.